Welcome to Bible in a Year with Scott Purcell. I'm so glad you're joining me. This is a daily reading of portions of the Bible, following a plan that will include the entire Bible in a year. And now, let's open the book and begin our readings. This is the reading for day 32. If your reading is aligned to the calendar year, this is for February 1st. The Old Testament reading is from Job 22, 23, and 24. Job 22. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, Can a man be of use to God? Yes, can the wise be of use to him? Is it a pleasure to Shaddai if you are righteous, or a gain if you make your ways blameless? Does he reprove you because of your reverence, or enter into judgment with you? Is not your wickedness great, and there is no end to your iniquities? Indeed, you have required a pledge from your family for nothing, and you have stripped off the clothes of the naked. You have given no water for the weary to drink, and you withheld food from the hungry. And the land belongs to the man of power, and the favored lives in it. You have sent widows away empty-handed, and the arms of orphans were crushed. Therefore, trapping nets are all around you, and panic suddenly terrifies you. Or it is so dark that you cannot see, and a flood of water covers you. Is not God in the height of the heavens? But see how lofty are the highest stars. And you ask, what does God know? Can he judge through deep gloom? Thick clouds are a covering for him, so that he does not see, and he walks about on the dome of heaven. Will you keep to the way of old, that the people of mischief have trod, who were snatched away before their time, whose foundation was washed away by a current? Those who said to God, Turn away from us, and what can Shaddai do to us? Yet he himself filled up their houses with good things, but the schemes of the wicked are repugnant to me. The righteous see, and they rejoice, but the innocent one mocks at them. Surely our foe perishes, and fire has consumed their remainder. Please reconcile yourself with him, and be at peace. In this way, good will come to you. Please receive instruction from his mouth, and place his words in your heart. If you return to Shaddai, you will be restored. If you remove wickedness from your tent, and if you put gold ore in the dust, and the gold of Ophir in the rocks of Wadis, then Shaddai will be your gold ore and your precious silver. Indeed, then you will delight yourself in Shaddai, and you will expect that God will be good to you. You will pray to him, and he will hear you, and you will pay your vows. And you will decide on a matter, and it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways. When they are humiliated, you say, It is pride, for he saves the humble. He will deliver the guilty, and he will escape because of the cleanness of your hands. Job 23. Then Job answered and said, Even today my complaint is bitter. My hand is heavy in addition to my groaning. Oh, that I knew and that I might find him. Oh, that I might come to his dwelling. I would lay my case before him, and I would fill my mouth with arguments. I want to know the words with which he would answer me, and I want to understand what he would say to me. Would he contend with me in the greatness of his strength? No, but he himself would give heed to me. There an upright person could reason with him, and I would be acquitted forever by my judge. When I go forward, he is not there, or backward, I cannot see him. When he works on the left, I cannot perceive him. He turns to the right, but I cannot see him. But he knows the way that I take. He tests me. I shall come out like gold. My foot has held on to his steps. I have kept his way, and I have not turned aside from the commandment of his lips. Indeed, I have not departed. I have treasured the words of his mouth more than my daily food. But he is alone, and who can dissuade him? and whatever he desires, indeed he does it. For he will carry out what he appoints for me, and many things like these are with him. Therefore I am horrified because of his presence. When I consider, I tremble because of him. Indeed, God has made my heart faint, and Shaddai has terrified me. Indeed, I have not been silenced because of darkness, and because of me he conceals thick darkness. Job 24. Why are not times kept by Shaddai? And why do those who know him see his days? Why are not times kept by Shaddai? And why do not those who know him see his days? They remove border stones. They seize flocks and they pasture them. They drive away the donkey of orphans. They take the widow's ox as a pledge. They thrust the poor off the road. The needy of the earth hide themselves together. Look, the wild donkeys in the desert, they go out to their labor as searchers for the prey. Their wilderness is their food for the young. They reap their fodder in the field, and they glean in the vineyard of the wicked. They spend the night naked, without clothing, and they have no garment in the cold. They are wet from the rainstorm of the mountains, and they cling to the rock without refuge. They snatch the orphan from the breast, and they take a pledge against the needy. They go about naked, without clothing, and hungry they carry the sheaves. Between their terraces they press out oil. They tread the presses, but they are thirsty. From the city people groan, and the throat of the wounded cries for help. Yet God does not regard it as unseemly. Those are among the ones rebelling against the light. They do not recognize his ways, and they do not stay in his paths. At dusk the murderer rises. He kills the needy and the poor. And in the night he is like a thief. And the eye of the adulterer waits for dusk, saying, No eye will see me. And he places a covering on his face. He digs through houses in the darkness. By day they shut themselves in. They do not know the light, because morning likewise is to them deep darkness. Indeed, they know about the terrors of deep darkness. He himself is swift on the water's surface. Their portion is cursed in the land. No one turns toward the path of their vineyards. Drought and heat snatch away the snow waters, like Sheol snatches away those who have sinned. The womb forgets him. The maggot feasts on him until he is no longer remembered, and wickedness is broken like a tree. He feeds on the barren who does not have a child, and does no good to the widow. Yet he carries off the tyrants by his strength. If he rises up, then he cannot be certain of life. He gives security to them, and he is supported, but his eyes are upon their ways. They are exalted a little while, then they are gone, and they are brought low. They are cut off like all others, and like the heads of grain they wither away. And if it is not so, then who can prove me a liar and reduce my word to nothing? The New Testament reading is from Matthew chapter 21, verses 18 through 32. Now, early in the morning, as he was returning to the city, he was hungry. And seeing a single fig tree by the road, he went to it, and found nothing on it except leaves only. And he said to it, May there be no more fruit from you forever. And the fig tree withered at once. And when they saw it, the disciples were astonished, saying, How did the fig tree wither at once? And Jesus answered and said to them, Truly I say to you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you will do not only what was done to the fig tree, but even if you say to this mountain, Be lifted up and thrown into the sea, it will happen. And whatever you ask in prayer, if you believe, you will receive. And after he arrived at the temple, the chief priest and the elders of the people came up to him while he was teaching, saying, By what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority? And Jesus answered and said to them, I also will ask you one question. If you tell the answer to me, I also will tell you by what authority I'm doing these things. From where was the baptism of John? From heaven or from men? And they began to discuss this among themselves, saying, If we say, From heaven, he will say to us, Why then did you not believe him? But if we say, From men, we are afraid of the crowd, because they all look upon John as a prophet. And they answered and said to Jesus, We do not know. And he said to them, Neither will I tell you by what authority I'm doing these things. Now, what do you think? A man had 2 sons. He approached the first and said, Son, go work in the vineyard today. And he answered and said, I do not want to. But later he changed his mind and went. And he approached the second and said the same thing. So he answered and said, I will, sir. And he did not go. Which of the 2 did the will of his father? They said, The first. Jesus said to them, Truly I say to you, that the tax collectors and prostitutes are going ahead of you into the kingdom of God. For John came to you in the way of righteousness, and you did not believe him. But the tax collectors and prostitutes did believe him. And when you saw it, you did not even change your minds later so as to believe him. The wisdom literature reading is from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 21 through 35. My child, may they not escape from your sight. May you keep sound wisdom and prudence. They shall be life for your soul and adornment for your neck. Then you will walk in the confidence of your ways, and your foot will not stumble. If you sit down, you will not panic, and if you lie down, then your sleep shall be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden panic, or the storm of wickedness that will come. Yahweh will be your confidence, and guard your foot from capture. Do not withhold good from its owner when it is in the power of your hand to do so. Do not say to your neighbor, Go and return, and tomorrow I will give it, when it is with you. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who dwells in confidence beside you. Do not quarrel with anyone without cause when he did not do you harm. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways, for he who is perverse is an abomination of Yahweh, but those who are upright are his confidence. The curse of Yahweh is on the house of the wicked, and the abode of the righteous ones he blesses. With those who scorn he is scornful, but to those who are humble he gives favor. They will inherit the honor of the wise, but stubborn fools, disgrace. This concludes the reading for day 32. Thank you for listening. These daily readings are made possible by your generous support of the Global Outreach Ministry of Scott Purcell. To partner with us and enable this work and others like it, please visit huttobible.com/give and select Go Pastor Support from the fund list. You can also sign up for ministry updates at scott-purcell.epistle.org/subscribe. Both of those links can be found in the podcast description. Thank you for helping us share God's Word.